Hi, my name is Mark Olives, and today I'd like to talk to you about arthritis. Now, arthritis is something that many of us get. In fact, probably most of us get arthritis, and yet few of us really understand what exactly arthritis is. We know it's kind of a joint problem, and we know it's a worn out part, but what exactly has happened to cause us to get arthritis, and why is it painful? So I want to explain that really quick. So most of the time when two bones meet at a joint, what you've got is you've got cartilage that lines the ends of the bones. Now, cartilage is an avascular, aneural tissue, and what that means is it has no blood supply, that's why it can't heal up, and it's got no nerve supply, so there's no pain. So this is a good system when you're young and everything's working well. These two bones, when they're rubbing against each other, feel no pain. But now if I've had injuries and I've had wear and tear and I wear my cartilage down and out, I can wear through that cartilage until I get to the bone. Now when I get to the bone has a great blood supply and it has a great nerve supply. That's why it hurts when you break a bone, because you have snapped a lot of nerves in two and they do not appreciate that. So you'll get a lot of pain. So now when I start rubbing on a raw bone, and especially if both bones have a worn out spot in the cartilage, and I'm rubbing bone on bone, I'm rubbing nerve on nerve. That does not go well. There's where you get your pain. Now what happens also additionally is when I've got bone rubbing on bone, again, bone has great blood supply. So because it's got great blood supply, it heals very well. And if you stimulate or keep irritating a bone, what happens is bone creates more bone. So it starts growing more bone. Now, if you do not move an arthritic joint, you've got bone growing into bone, and it could fuse eventually if you didn't move it at all. It's not likely to do that, but if you're not moving, it's going to get a lot of jaggedy things, and they're not going to feel good when they're rubbing on each other. If you continue moving the joint, exercising, then that helps to kind of resurface the joint and helps to at least create a better functional joint and helps to decrease the pain to some degree. You've still got bone rubbing on bone, which doesn't feel good, but that's what happens with arthritis. So it's important to make sure you keep moving, but the converse is if you move too much, that breaks the bone down even farther and will create more problems. So I know this puts you in a sticky situation, but like say with the knees and the hips, some of the best exercises you can do are like riding a bicycle or an activity like that where you're non-weight bearing, but you're getting a lot of movement to the joint. That is a good thing. Doing like a heavy squat, heavy lunge, probably not so good because you're putting a lot of pressure through the joint. So you don't want to do that kind of activity. Or if you do it in a light fashion, because it is good to have strength in the muscles around the joints. You just don't want excessive forces and stresses through the joints. So I hope this helps you to better understand arthritis and hopes to help with your pain. Thanks.